Welcome to the New Home Show. This is your information connection to find out everything you need to know about buying a new construction home in Central Florida. I'm your host, Daniel McFee. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hey, welcome back to the New Home Show. I'm your host, Daniel McFee, and today's episode is what is a CDD? If you've been looking at buying new construction homes, you've probably seen the term CDD pop up in your search. And you've maybe wondered, what is that exactly? Is it like an HOA? Is it a tax? And why do some neighborhoods have it and others don't? Those are great questions. So today we are diving into what is a community development district or a CDD. What are they? How they work, what they cost, and how they're going to impact your home buying decision. By the end of this episode, you're going to know exactly what questions to ask when buying in a CDD community and avoid any unwanted surprises. There are 8 main points that I'd like to address. The first one is simply, what is a CDD? Well, a CDD, as I said before, is a community development district, which is a special purpose local government that helps pay for the infrastructure in a community. Developers create them so that they can build faster. The CDD issues bonds. That way they can build roads, put the utilities in, amenities, and all those things. Homeowners then pay back those bonds over time through their tax bill. Next up is, how is a CDD created? When a developer starts planning a large community, they apply for a CDD through their local or state government. Once approved, the CDD then sells those bonds so that they can build the roads and put in the water and the amenities and all the things we've talked about. In the early years, the developer is who controls the CDD. However, later on, once those homes have been sold, the homeowners actually take control of the CDD. Moving on to point number 3, which is the 2 parts of a CDD. The first is the bond portion. This is the part that pays off the original loan for the infrastructure. It usually lasts between 20 and 30 years. And once that's paid, it drops off. And then the other part is the operations and maintenance portion. Now, this is paid from the beginning to maintain all those things that have been built. And that lasts, well, it just keeps going. You could think of it like a car. When you purchase a car, if you have that financed, you have the payments that pay for the loan, but then you also have operation and maintenance costs. You put gas in it every day, you do oil changes, tires, things like that. Once you've paid that loan off, that portion's gone, but you'll always have to pay for gas and oil changes and tires. If you're anything like me, you might be wondering, what is a bond? How does that even come about? It's a great question. A bond is basically a long-term loan sold to investors. And these are often banks, investment firms, or municipal bond funds. So basically the CDD is the borrower. The lender is the investors. The bond proceeds are then used to create the infrastructure, the amenities, the water, the sewer, and all those things that you have to have. And then the homeowners pay those loans back over time. So here's the way that works. The developer files to form the CDD with whatever government entity that they need to get it through. Once approved, the CDD then becomes its own special purpose government entity under Florida Statute Chapter 190. The CDD hires a bond underwriter, which is often an investment bank, to structure the bond sale. The bonds are then sold to investors on the municipal bond market. The money raised is to put into a construction fund and used to build the infrastructure. The developer builds the homes, buyers move in, and over time, the CDD assessments paid by the homeowners are used to repay the bond. And of course, it's with interest. Now, here's the really cool part. Who oversees all this? Well, the CDD is governed by a board of supervisors, usually 5 members. Initially, the developer is who controls the board because, well, they still own most of the land. As more homes sell, residents gain voting rights and elect homeowners to sit on the board. The board approves the budgets, they set assessment rates, and ensures that bond payments stay on track. And of course, all of this is subject to public disclosure and auditing because CDD is technically a local government. All right, moving along to number 4. How are the CDD fees collected? Well, they're a single line item on your property tax bill, and they're collected that way. So just as your taxes are paid, the CDD will be paid as well. And it's unless your lender structures it differently, it's not a separate escrow. So it does come out with your monthly payment on your home. So it's really important to understand that when shopping in a new build community, that CDD amount is going to be broken down into 12 payments as part of your monthly loan payment every month. So moving on to number 5, benefits of a CDD community. You're probably asking yourself, what am I getting for the money that I'm paying? So a lot of that is faster development. You've probably seen these communities pop up, especially if you live here in Polk County, which was the fastest growing county in the United States of America in 2024. We had a lot of new build communities here, and they came in quickly, and that's because of these CDDs. It's funding that allows quick development. The amenities are amazing in most cases, resort style, really, really, really nice. Very well maintained as well. When you go into one of these new CDD communities, you're going to notice that everything looks very well kept. The grass is cut very nice. The landscape is very well trimmed and kept up with. That's what you're going to get with a CDD community. And oh, by the way, a lot of them I'm seeing are having basketball courts. They're having pickleball, volleyball. I've even seen dog parks. A lot of really nice things for that money. Number 6, we just talked about what's good. With that also comes the cons. So what are some of the cons of a CDD? Well, the first one is obvious. You're going to pay more. So there is an additional cost to that home because of the CDD. Resale buyers, because of that, may shy away from that community because they don't really understand what that CDD is paying for, or maybe they just simply don't see the value in it. So when you purchase a home, you're probably not going to live there forever. When you go to sell it, that is definitely a consideration, is the additional cost of that CDD. And hey, listen, it's not that a CDD is bad. It's just that you're paying for those beautiful amenities in a well-kept neighborhood over time instead of just paying for it up front. Number 7, how do I find out if a home has a CDD or not? Great question. So you can look on the property appraiser's website, and it'll say on there, if you go back and look through the tax records, you'll see that line item for CDD, and it's on there. You can also look at the builder disclosure documents. Can I just tell you the easiest way? It's so simple. Just ask me. I can tell you if any home has a CDD. So if you're ever unsure, just reach out to me. I can tell you not only if a home has a CDD, but exactly how much it's going to cost. And number 8 is simply my final advice to you. CDDs really can be great as long as you, the buyer, knows what to expect up front and aren't left with any surprises. I want you to focus on value, amenities, quality of life, location. Always, always have an agent advocating for you, not the builder's rep, but a real estate agent advocating for you that can tell you exactly what these fees are and how they're going to impact you. My last piece of advice for you is this. The key is not avoiding a CDD. It's simply understanding what you're getting, the value of that CDD. All right, folks, there you have it. Everything that you need to know about a CDD. They're not something to be scared of. In fact, they're just a part of how many great Florida communities are being built and maintained. The most important thing is just to understand what you're paying for and making sure that it fits into your budget and lifestyle. If you're looking at new build communities here in Lakeland or anywhere in Central Florida, give me a call or a text, 863-273-6324. You can reach me on email at daniel.mcfee at cbrealty.com. And of course, my social media is at daniel.hat.mcphee. As I always say, send a pigeon, make some smoke signals, bat signal. Maybe that's a little bit much. I'm looking forward to answering your questions. I'm looking forward to serving you. And until the next show, see you soon.